Hey, what's up? How are we doing? That's low. Let's bump that volume up a little bit. There we go. That's better. That's better. Who needs sleep when there's rando? This is open assured, so we're gonna start with a sword. The whole world's open to us. This is the mode for the Mentor tournament for week 1. Pretty sure. But Panda put this race together. I think he's got a race. So let me pull up the schedule while we're waiting for people to ready. Are we gonna have time? Everybody looks like they're getting ready pretty soon. Scoreboard, actually, that's what I want. I just want to see what the mode is for week 1. Open assured. Okay. So this is the week 1 mode. We got 4 of us in here. It's me, it's Aku, it's Whiskey Bill, and it's Panda. And I think Bill and Panda are both in the Mentor tournament. Pull of schedule. Bottom. Whiskey Bill in here, Panda in here. Bill's going against Bradlock, who we've seen in some of the. I've seen him in, or them, in some of the Monday Night Cats Boot Seeds. Panda up against Levi's Jeans. Not sure. Don't know much about them, but should be good. Schedule. Either of them have their races scheduled. Panda 6/11. That's Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I don't see Bill on the schedule. I should have signed up to be a mentor. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Instead, I signed up as a racer and got skilled out. Oh well. There are other tournaments. We have Kabuki tournament coming up shortly, which I need to do the placement seed for. That's just like the ADKDF tournament. It's double elimination bracket style. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna start right on about 10:30 Eastern. Perfect. Now I don't need to worry about bombs. When we're trying to get into CAC. Alright, whatever. Whatever. so nothing really great there. I'm not gonna do escape yet. Of course. Just makes it more likely that I should do escape. I'm gonna try something a little different this seed. I'm not gonna check Lumberjack Ledge. At least not yet. Not early. Not worried about that. We'll grab these, though. That's a heart drop, whatever. Whatever. Alright, Blind, what are you hiding? A lamp? Ironic. Blind, you can't see. What do you need a lamp for? Alright, we should have model vendor money now. We're 4 rupees short, but we can grab like 20 rupees in the well. More if there are some in the chests. So we'll have enough to buy the merchant's item. Which is all good. Bottle's nice. So that's essentially a full clear of the village. Bad cane. Arrows for the bow we don't have yet. And we got scammed. Bomb lock bombs. Will the lulls ever stop? No. This is where Sick Kid gives a second bottle. $20. That doesn't even buy a magic refill potion. Well, now we have Aga access. Don't love that. Boy, I don't love that. No YOLO. Damn it. Should have YOLO'd this one. I really should, if I don't have boots, just do it. Still haven't done a map check yet. Soon. We'll do it soon. Probably after all of the checks that we do, we'll probably at least some of the flipper stuff. Probably everything but Zora, honestly. We got him early for a reason. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Kinda stinks losing the sword beams here, but whatever. Easy enough to slash them. Okay, I was gonna say, if we get a 300, we're very close to Zora. Might be worth farming. Be a little slow with only 20 rupees. We'll have to do it a couple of times, but it might be worth it now. That's one less farm we have to do. Do we have mountain access too? With that glove and lamp? So, that could be an option. Saha Eastern is an option. We have all of Escape to do. Honestly, back of Escape is probably a pretty good play at this point. We are not worried about the island for that piece of heart. That'll stay there. For somebody else. Maybe with a dancing fish or something, who knows. Just know it's not going to be me. Oh. Didn't have to farm, but that's fine. Now we have pod money for when we need to get there. Gross. Double gross. That was just a waste. Like, are the flippers really going to lead to nothing? That would feel really bad if they did. Absolutely nothing. Okay, thanks. Alright, so let's do Back of Escape. If we happen to find the key, we can check Dark Cross as well. Okay, so not really anything great there. Let's do a map check. So Eastern is a pendant. It's green pendant, so that's vanilla. Hera is a 5/6, so once we get a mirror, we can beat Hera. What's our stun prize? Hearts. Good to know. There's 3 items in Escape. There's up to 3 items here. But I think after this I'm gonna do... Actually, I don't know. I'm probably putting off Aga for too long, but without the Moon Pearl, I don't think it makes a ton of sense to do it. If I had the Moon Pearl, it might be worth it to do it, because we could at least check out Pod. And given that there's 2 pendants in the Light World, pretty good chance Pod is a crystal. We can only get 1 check in it, unless the first check is a small key. So the hope is we find a good item in here and never have to come back. That's my hope anyways. But I'm a little more comfortable digging this because of the pendant. Okay, so that is... That's why we had to come in here, was that pearl. No big key, right? So big key is vanilla. I'm gonna get it, just because I'm hoping at this point we don't have to come back. And if we happen to pull the 3rd item, then even better. Now the Aga play kind of makes a little more sense. I would like a hammer or a bow. Or a hook shot, even, before we decide to do that. This hammer lets us do a bunch of stuff in pod. It also gets us down to Hype Cave. Hookshot gets us around the other way. Alright. So we're leaving an item in here, but that's fine. We got the pearl. That's big. Alright, we're gonna climb Death Mountain, because I really don't want to do escape, I guess. We could also go to Agena, which honestly I might do before escape. That might be a little PTSD from a couple of seeds I ran last week where I put off Agena for so long and it had required items both times. Or a required item both times. Okay. So we can scout this item and then we can get the item in the cave. Alright, the item on top is junk. I already have one. It's fine. Alright. So I think we want to go to do Agena. And then we can do... what's it called? Escape, and then Death Warp into the climb, the Aga Tower play. I'm tired. I shouldn't have done this. This is a mistake. Yawned like 3 times in the first 19 plus minutes of this seed. Oh, that was fortunate. Alright, ledge is junk. It was, I think, just bombs. Something not worth. Ooh, excuse me again. My goodness. I should have gone to bed. Okay. So I check Agena, it doesn't. You really throw that spear? You did. Alright. Fine. So we're gonna hope that the key is in Dark Cross. If the key's in Dark Cross, then we can just Death Warp once. Okay, because if there's nothing in here, we climb. And then it's either in pod or it's in catfish. On catfish. We have access with the glove. Alright, we are 50-50 of whether or not... 50-50 whether or not we're doing Dark Cross. Oh, what's up, John? Yeah, this might be a mistake. I gotta be perfectly honest. This is late. Okay. So I haven't scouted Lumberjack Ledge, but we can get it now. And the key is in Dark Cross, so this is kind of a win-win. So it's possible. It's possible that the hammer or glove is in the Bonk Rocks, and we don't have to do this, but it's a pretty low chance, so I'm taking it. Oh, I tinked. Damn it. That's fine. Yes, I don't know if you saw with the ad break that just happened, but boots were in Zelda's cell. Which opened up one more spot that either the hammer or glove could be to avoid doing this, but forget that. Yeah, we also found... Oh, that's a good fairy, actually. Moon Pearl was in Green Pendant Eastern. Which was another decent enough find. I mean, I've checked the whole White World, so people are going to find it, but... The mountain had nothing. The 3 things that we could find. It could be. It honestly could be. And I haven't scouted Lumberjack Ledge yet, which I usually do. I just didn't in this seed because I was trying to be fancy. And there might be something on there. Which if, like, hammer is on there, then I probably should have done this. I guess it really didn't matter. I would have needed to find the boots. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at now. Like, I usually just scout it anyways, but I was like, hey, you know what? I don't have boots. And then I immediately get lamp and sword in the village, and I was like, well, Egg is in play now. But I figure this way I can do Bonk Rocks and then just go get it, scout it, whatever. Probably just blind get it for the memes. Because at this point, there's probably something there. Alright, and Pod is a red crystal. I honestly kind of want to wait on Pod. But I might go up to Catfish. Because it'll be easy enough to get back to Pod. And this is really not a better time, I don't think. Oh, that's nice. Really not that much of a better time to do Catfish than right now. If I'm not going to go to Pod. And I kind of want to hold off. Is that vanilla? I'm pretty sure that's vanilla. Quake on Catfish. Alright, so we'll do these 2 checks, and then we might have to go right back to Pod, but on the off chance that, like, Hammer is here. Or Bow. Or Bottle. That's the 3rd bottle we've seen. There was a bottle in Spec Rock Cave that I didn't get. Yeah, we're just gonna YOLO this. And then just hightail it right back to Pod. Oh, it is the freaking Hammer. That's hilarious. That's so funny. So now I guess we do Thieves Town. Hello. I mean, for me, I didn't have anything else. Like, I had checked literally everything outside of Bonk Rocks. So, it made, like, the seed kind of forced you to do a little bit of everything before you did it. Yeah, this was kind of shitty, but what can you do? Do the dash out of Sea House, because why not? Yeah, so we can full clear Thieves. We're dangerously close to death here. I didn't realize I was on 5 hearts. Wasn't paying attention. I was just like, yeah, we can do Thieves, whatever. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. That's fine. At least it was early. Not gonna cost us too much. Oh, I got bunnied. I got moogled. You've done more inappropriate agas than anyone? I don't know about that. I mean, you've done your share, don't get me wrong, but... I'm sure there's somebody out there who's an aga lover. Who just rushes aga at the first sign of having access. Oh, I have the cape. Let's use it. Smarter, not harder. Except I think I got God Pixel. How funny is that? Either that or I get pushed into it on a spike or something, but... I have not done the Kabuki async yet. I'd want to get another couple of practice seeds in before I do it. I'm going to try to probably do it this weekend at some point. But there was Emok was talking about trying to do some practice seeds either tomorrow or Wednesday potentially. So there might be a chance for some Kabuki race, pickup race tomorrow or Wednesday. Although I looked at the field and it is a absolutely stacked field. Like there's not a bad runner in the field. There was talk of potentially doing Kabuki this week. The talk was either Kabuki or Cross Keys, because those both have tournaments coming up. That was luck. Didn't get hit by that bone throw. That's true. We did do Kabuki last week. But there is, I think, a little bit of an appetite for using the Cane of Burna, and I didn't do it. That's fine. Two deaths in Thieves Town is good, right? Especially two deaths when I have both safeties and a blue potion. It's pretty good. But did that first hit not count or something? Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna wait for him to come down now. Hey, I used the invincibility item. Look at me go. Insert joke about me dying in Thieves with you watching. Yeah, that's fair. Say, watch that be like half magic or something. Something that would have helped me in that dungeon. I'll find hearts, I'm sure. So now I think it might be worth going into pod. Now that I have the hammer. Okay. Yeah, we can activate that flute and then go back to pod. Because really our options are pod, front of Skull Woods. Oh man. The front of Skull Woods and Bumper Cave. That's only 3 items. Pod is potentially in logic, what, 2? Get distracted by talk of the Dark World. Oh boy, yeah, this is... I should have just gone to bed. Could have just gone to bed. Bow and pod means it's beatable. But I think I am gonna do front of skull. Let's see what we got here. Whatever. It's like a 3 out of 10 room. Only good thing was I didn't get grabbed. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, it turns out I didn't even need to go back there. Give me one good item. How about just one item? And nothing but keys. We have all the keys already. That feels bad. Just don't be the compass. Is that too low? Yeah. I'm not even gonna be able to do this. There it is. Oh, that is worth coming in. That's worth failing 3 or 4 times. That opens up Mirrorless Smith Chain, which I don't want to do. Tempting, but I can come back and get it later if I want. Damn it. Oh, that's a good find. Alright. Forget that for now. Now we have mountain access. Oh, boy. Oh, I didn't do it fast enough. I mean, so far, staying out of pod has been okay. I mean, we need Samaria to beat Meyer. We need Bo to beat Pod. Oh, Mirror's really good. Alright, there's our other mail, so that bumper ledge can stay. I think we're good with blue mail. Gonna mark that off right now. Yeah, the items just keep getting better, man. Although hookshot is my favorite item in this game, so... and it's ether, alright. I don't think I scouted what was on the island. We opened it. We can't do anything inside yet, but at least it's open. I don't think I saw what was here. Which is unfortunate, but... okay. It's junk. Okay. Not bad. We need it, so... it's a good thing. Not super useful right this second, though. Okay. How do we want to do this? Are you serious right now? Get out of here. This is a red crystal, so we definitely want to beat this. I'm just gonna do the basement. With no items, there's a pretty good chance that the big chest will have something. Question is, do we want to do Spike Cave after this, or do we want to do Spiral Cave? I'm thinking Spiral Cave, because it's a little easier to get back to Spike Cave later. But it will be kind of an orphan check. But I'm okay with orphaning that check. Oh my god, get away. I should probably grab that. No, my luck, I would have hooked onto that bomb. Of course, didn't need to do it. 1 in 3 chance that that was an item, and it wasn't. Okay. So swamp is open too. Probably should do swamp. But we wasted some time with I forgot about that portal. I forgot about that portal. Alright. Ice Palace also fully in logic, but that's a pendant. So maybe not. I'm gonna do swamp. We're gonna do swamp. Alright, so realistically, what do we need? We need a bow, we need a fire rod, we need Samaria. And I think that's it. Bow, fire rod, Samaria. Nice. Question is, do we do left side swamp? I think if we find the other dungeon item, we have to. Hi, Tracy. How's it going? Thank you for popping in. Thank you for hanging out. Alright, it's definitely items over there. We have to do it. If anybody's been counting items in here, they'll also do this. So I don't think we're going to lose any time. Unless, like, the items are in, I don't know, Mire Desert or something. Food coma's wearing off. Hopefully it was something good. Something worthy of going into a food coma for. Brisket, steak pho, egg roll, hot stickers, and a coconut bubble tea. I'm with you, except for the bubble tea. not a big bubble tea person. But the rest of that sounds amazing. Or is it... Either way, I am in on everything with the drink. Oh, we get to do our bomb diver down. There was some discussion in one of the Mentor tournament, the GMP Discord channels, about diver down versus diver less down. I was like, what's in my head, like, what's diverless down? And it's just when you do that, but without jumping into the water, which I think Emok does. But the setup I know involves jumping into the water, which works in non-doors modes. You're in doors modes, you probably should learn how to do it without. But I'm not there yet. You do it so you don't have to share it? Yep, that's smart. That's smart. Oh, really? I thought I had it. Oh, man, I hit. Yeah, I knew it. Alright, so nothing really great in here, but at least it's done. So... do we do ice, or do we do desert and mire? Probably desert and mire, right? I think desert first. Just in case Samari happens to be in there. You scouted the ledge, it's nothing. We did Agina, it was nothing. Yeah, I think we do what we can in desert, which I guess we could beat desert, but... well, that ain't it. Not quite in Pick a Pendant dungeon mode. There is still some overworld stuff that we could do. But... there were 5 items over here versus 3 in ice. Yep, okay. Okay, that's really good. Let's dig the other item out of here at least. With any luck, big key and the second item are over here. I guess I might as well grip, just in case. I'm hoping I don't need it, but just in case we have to come back. Alright, so... I'm just gonna go beat Skullwoods right now. I know it's only 1 item, but it is another crystal. Suddenly up to 12 hearts. I wasn't even paying attention. died in Thieves Town on what, 5 hearts? 6 hearts? Whatever it was. I think it was 5. I think I have enough keys too. I don't even need to grab the key. I do. All right. So 1 item in the back. We found the mitts in here in the big chest. I have a blue potion in case I do need it, but I'm hoping I don't. I missed. Oh, that was pretty clean for me. And there's our second item. Perfect. Okay, so we should probably run along North Dark World now. We can do Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb, and then into Ice, I guess. Into Ice, I guess. No book, so I couldn't check Ped. That would have been a good time to do it, too. That would have been a good time to do it. Oh, that's beautiful. So we're Samaria for go. Wrong red item. Alright, so off the pod we go. This will be crystal number 5 and our second red crystal. I'll see, after this, it might be worth dipping into Mire to see if we can get Samaria out of there. If we don't find it here, obviously. Find it here would be awesome. We were bow locked out of pod anyways. So putting it off, I mean, hopefully hasn't hurt us. The only way it would hurt us is if the bow was in the first check, or there was a series of keys that ended with bow. It was not the case, so I think it was ultimately the right call waiting. Small key, big key, I think we just go to the boss. Small key, fine. Keep going. Okay. That's why I wanted to do that stuff first. In case the big key was there. Four items. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 checks left. 2 of them have to be small keys, so the map is still at large. Alright, so Harmless Hellway is a... There's no more small keys. No more keys. So it's map and 4 items. If I had to guess, map is going to be in the big chest. Just my guess. So this is like a, what, 7-minute full clear? Give or take. That's go mode. I guess if we had potion glitch, we could have had that earlier, which means bow would have been our go mode, but I don't know when we would have gotten back up there. Missed. Yeah, I would have done Helma first if... Actually, I guess I could have done it when I got the big key. That's fair. That's a fair second guess. I mean, it worked out in this case, but that is a fair thing to do. I had the right idea when I was on right side, I just didn't extend it to when I found the big key. Oh, I almost did that room perfectly. That was so close. I did that because I wanted to use sword beams below. I didn't want to switch items. That's the reason I did it. It wasn't for needing the health reasons. If that's why you're feeling a little nauseous. Should have used the bomb. Should have used bombs, but that went okay. Yeah, I wanted to use sword beams to hit the switch in the first basement room of Pod back. Let's quake. That's why I picked up the hearts. Alright, John. Have a good night. Hopefully I'm not stuck on Master Sword Silverless Ganon. I'm either doing it correctly or I find a sword. Gotta be a sword in GT, right? So we're just in big key mode. So the good news is we can go mode the last two dungeons. The bad news is there are two of the dungeons that are arguably the hardest to go mode. This dungeon, I mean the big key, you could go around the whole dungeon and be looking for the big key, but it's a Godmire tonight. Look at us go. You'll love to see it. There it is. Second try. If we can get the little eyes down with just this magic bar, I'll take it. That's fine. So, we did a good job, I think, not going into Mire. Definitely. I would say we did a good job not going into Pod. Just in case it is Master Sword Silverless, let's pick up another potion. Also, I guess, for Trinex. So at 30 minutes, we had just gotten Dark World access. We had no crystals done. And 40-ish, 45 minutes later, we are on our way to our last crystal dungeon. Not bad. Six dungeons in 45 minutes. 6 crystal dungeons in 45 minutes. Pretty good. Pretty good. So I feel pretty good about the route we took. Overall. Like I said, not dipping into pod for the first time we had the chance. Oh, alright, sorry John, we got tempered. Tempered on right side, fire locked. TR. So that means small key. I mean, big key is going to be vanilla. This has to be a small key. The next one has to be a small key. And the big key is going to be on lava chest. That was close. Tried to chomp me. So no stealing of the key. Nice vanilla big key here in TR. I mean, we had a God Mire, so I can't complain too much. But we never set foot in ice. That was another thing that we did, I think, correctly. That magic would have been nice, but whatever. I'm just doing this for the keys. I feel like there's a pretty good chance it's a small key here. Nope, but it's powder, and I will take that. That's really good, actually. That's worth the 15 seconds it took me to get out here. Yeah, that was a forced small key. There is a small key on Laser Bridge. So we could have skipped the big chest. Grab the hearts just because it helps with the timing for me of missing that last fire bat. Oh, not that one. Alright. And we'll go in case we happen to luck into silvers here. Oh, map and compass. Luck into silvers on X. We're gonna get into GT at like 125-ish, which is pretty good for an Agaseed. Pretty good, all things considered, for an Agaseed. Luck into silvers are half magic? Nope, not here. Yeah, we didn't touch ice. We didn't do Spike Cave, Smith Chain. We skipped pretty much all of Smith Chain, which is really, really good. So we're looking at like a 135-ish. Assuming we have some decent execution in the last bit here. All right. Map on the torch. That's item 1. We'll 2 through 5 up here in DM's room. Alright. That's super early. Oh, we lucked into half magic. Beautiful. Alright, so we are going to need to get the key off of the mini Helmasaur, but that's fine. Half magic is so clutch. Full on arrows. This is we're set up really well. I just want those arrows. Get them back. Yeah, overall, I feel pretty good about this one. If somebody beats me, then more power to them. But I feel like I did this about as well as I could. Just routing-wise. I feel like I made the right decisions more often than not. Half magic, so clutch. I love using sword buffers to slide around like a madman on ice. How to waste fire rod shots, a tutorial by me. I wonder where the silvers are. So I do need this key. Alright, I guess since we're here we can check these, I guess. Yeah, of course. I don't know why I'm looking for silvers. I really shouldn't. But we're here. We might as well. One more check for glory. Nope. So they were not at the top of GT. We can confirm that. I think there was only one. We're a little out of sync here, but fine. Killed just about 130 on the dot. It's like 129.59. So, Silverless Ganon. I need to practice Samaria strats, but I don't want to bust it out right now. Oh no, no, no. No! 3 Trident spins? This song's so good. So good for a final boss fight. Arrows and ice. I just bragged about how I hadn't set foot in ice. I'm not gonna get over there. Baby triples it is. Ah. Alright, he's down. No one's finished yet. We might have this. Which is good, because I'm tired. And we take it. First place, 132.58. Official racetime.gg time. We did it. Yes, we did. Thank you for the GGs, Tracy. I appreciate it. We're gonna let the credits head to the end, and then I'm gonna get to bed. It's late for me. I'm an old man. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on the race room, see if anybody finishes in the next couple of minutes. No, I think the route we took on this was really, really good. Like I said, not going into pod right after we did Aga 1 and going to Catfish instead, which had Vanilla Quake. And that got us into Mire. So that was required. What else? Skipping ice and going to the Desert Mire area instead, getting the Fire Rod out of Pendant Desert, that was a good call. Getting the mitts out of Skull Woods, another good call. What else? We skipped Spike Cave on the mountain. That turned out to be good. I just like the route we took on this one. It worked out really well, and I think it made sense. The only real decisions were not going into pod and picking Desert Mire over ice. That was really it. Decision-wise. Everything else, it was relatively linear. Like, Hookshot opened up Swamp and Hera, which we did. Fire Rod opened up Skull Woods, and that led us across North Dark World to get the bow. And that opened up Pod, which had our Go Mode Samaria, so pretty good. No complaints. Anyone on that's doing anything for a raid to... Bill and Panda. Bill looks like he's entering GT, Panda's in Mire. I think I'm just gonna go to bed. Like I said, I'm tired. But let's throw a raid out to Bill, I guess. Yeah, he's in GT. He'll be finishing up in a little bit, so we can at least cheer him on. Maybe he takes down Aku, who knows? Alright, have a good night, Tracy. You too. Let's go cheer on Bill. Be back maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. Get some Kabuki practice in for the upcoming tournament that I'm going to be a part of, which is going to be fun. But for now, let's go cheer on Bill. Have a good night.